On the Road with Kelly and Bob is brought to you by Mueller Metal Roofs and Buildings. Made in America, made to last. Coming up on this episode.
And we're actually a great town. We have 3 churches, grocery store, gas station, a couple little restaurants.
Hi, we're Kelly
and Bob Phillips, and we're on the perpetual road trip of America's back roads,
where the journey is always the destination.
Hi there, and thanks for joining us for this edition of On the Road with Kelly and Bob. I'm Bob Phillips.
And I'm Kelly Phillips. In the past few months, we've shared stories with you about a man in Arizona that makes beautiful furniture, much of it from trees he finds on customers' property.
Of a woman who is the captain of a 17th century tall ship in Delaware.
Of a man in Louisiana who spends his time finding pieces of history tied directly to African American culture.
And a woman in West Virginia who has revived a family business pumping salt from an ancient ocean beneath her family's farm.
But not all of the stories we find are exciting and exotic, at least not on the surface. Some of the people whose stories we tell are simply going about the business of keeping their communities together.
You know, my first job was sorting Coca-Cola and 7-Up bottles. Back then there was 3 companies. It was Pepsi, 7-Up, and Coke, and they had returnable glass bottles.
Oh, yeah.
So you couldn't return a Coke bottle to the Pepsi company. So my first job was sorting those bottles in our basement.
And you got money for those bottles? Or,
yes, it was a deposit. Yeah, I want to say...
It's a nickel, I think.
Yeah, I want to say nickel to 10 cents maybe later on.
Gary Ringo never had plans to move away from his home in Colorado and save the world. Other than a short dream of becoming a dentist, he always knew he would grow up and stay right here working in the family business.
I was born in Trinidad, Colorado. Grew up in a little town of Segundo. 300 people. Went to school at Weston Elementary and then Primero High School. Lived back in my parents' grocery store.
Where was that grocery store then?
It's on Highway 12, still there. My dad and mom opened it in 1959, and it's still there, still thriving, a good little family hometown grocery store. My parents have both passed. I have been running it since my father passed away. My grandfather came over with his dad in 1889. They came from Italy just to have a better life. It was just my grandfather and my great-grandfather, and then my grandmother came over after they got settled in the community, and they came right to Valdez, which is a mile east of Segundo, a little tiny coal mining town, and that's where they opened up the first Ringo's Market in 1907. Where coal mines were, there was a big industry. That's what they did.
They were going where the business was.
Yes.
The late 19th century was a time of growth for the United States, with workers coming to America from all over the world. The coal mines in Colorado and the surrounding states were booming, and immigrants came from Italy, Germany, Spain, Poland, and all across Europe to find work and a better life.
Gary Ringo's grandfather and great-grandfather came too, so they could keep those workers and, eventually, their families that followed them to the New World supplied with food and household goods. The Ringo family did whatever they had to do so those families could survive.
It is a legacy that continues today.
Growing up, our main industry was coal mines, and the coal mines are up and down, and so my father had charge accounts, and he always helped people if they were having a tough time. They came in, and especially if they had kids, younger kids and all that, and my dad would say, no, go ahead and charge groceries, get whatever you need for the family, and that's just the way. He has a big legacy of that up there. So,
and do you continue that today?
No, we don't have charge accounts no longer, but we still help and do whatever we can for the people in our community. We just love them all.
You walk in the front door here at Ringo's in Aguilar, and immediately I see the register and the counter and a smiling face over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give us a quick tour.
Sure, come on up. This is Cheryl, one of our store managers. She's been with us for many years. And,
Hi, Cheryl.
And like you said, the big smiling face of our front end, no doubt. And she takes care of all the people here and does ordering. And so we have a lot of different sections, kind of our baby food section, our health and beauty aids section.
And automotive.
You've got
Automotive,
stuff you need in your everyday life.
Yes, sir.
These days, Gary Ringo's family operates 2 grocery stores in 2 tiny Colorado towns, Segundo and Aguilar. Visit either and you will quickly notice 2 important things. They are the only grocery stores in each town. And without them, well, neither town would likely survive. It is a heavy burden on Gary Ringo, a burden he welcomes.
So are you the only grocery store in
We are
town?
the only grocery store in that little town of Segundo. There's a little convenience store down the street, but we're the only full service grocery store. We have gas and liquor and fresh cut meats and just everything you would see in a larger store, just smaller scale.
And what about here in Aguilar? Is this the only grocery store?
You know, I have been the only grocery store. I opened this in 1981. Still am the only full service grocery store. Yeah, 66 years at our store in Segundo. It'll be 66 at the end of the month. And then 44 here. And we try to take care of our customers day in and day out. I mean, we love our customers. That's even on our ad slick, but we do. We love them and we're thankful for them. Without them, we would not be here. All our employees know that. Without our customers, none of them would have a job, wouldn't have a grocery store, and wouldn't have a town, actually. So most of my employees have been with us over 15 years. I've had some that have been with me 20 plus. We have a big, loyal group of people that stay with us and care about the customers in the grocery business.
How old is this old scale here, Gary? Have any idea?
Yeah, that thing's probably in the, I'd say, late 1800s.
Yeah.
Yes, and was at the front of the store at one time. And when you look at it, you know, the top price, the highest price was 60 cents a pound.
Other than the price of meat, not much has changed at Gary Ringo's little small-town grocery stores. He has seen multiple generations of customers from the same families. His employees have worked here forever, and he enjoys coming to work each and every day. Ringo's Market is indeed the glue that holds these communities together.
One thing of note, they make their own sausage here at Ringo's using his grandfather's recipe, a family secret Gary's father made him promise he would never change. That recipe lives only in Gary's head, and it isn't written down anywhere. That prompts a question about the future. What does happen to this when your time comes that you're ready to pack it in? What happens to Ringo's Market?
That's a good question. I don't know. Hopefully I'll have a family member that wants to step in, and if not, then I hope someone as caring as I feel I am takes over the business and continues it.
That's kind of a burden in a town this size, I would imagine, because you got to feel like if you closed your doors, you're letting these people down.
Yeah, I would never want to close my doors. I mean, I would definitely help whoever would come after me succeed as much as I could.
It's
Yes.
important, huh?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, we take care of our customers. We go the extra mile.
Of course, the conversation with Gary Ringo went on for quite a while. One thing we had to know, how does he survive in the age of the big box stores?
In my opinion, you're just a number. Here, I know your name, Bob and Callie. You guys want this? I'll have it for you tomorrow or in 15 minutes, whatever it is. I'll personally take care of it myself. You go extra to take care of your customers, and I think that's why you're successful, because you go that extra mile.
In a typical day, how many of the people who walk in your front door do you know by their first name?
In a typical day, I'd say 90%. Yeah.
You know them, you know
Pretty
their
much.
kids, you know their families, you know what they do.
Yeah, yes. In a small community, yeah, you pretty much do know everybody. We have a lot of products that people do come over here for. We have our own spice line. We have our own vegetable and salsas that we jar up. We have certain Italian cheeses that people come for. We make our own Italian sausage that my grandfather, it's 100+ old recipe that we haven't tweaked at all. It's the same recipe. We make our own pizzas here.
Why do you go to the trouble of cutting your own meat? You could buy the packaged stuff.
We could, but the quality is not there and it doesn't last as long. We could get packaged meats and you open it up and they're gas packed and they smell. And I mean, we do our own meat cutting in both of our markets, fresh every day, grind our own hamburger, make our own sausage. It's just because that's another way we can compete against the big box stores. Everything's pre-packed.
More preservatives, more additives.
Yeah. Ours is all fresh.
What does it
values.
take to make it in the grocery business? This is a business where I've heard profits are made in pennies, not in dollars or hundreds of dollars, because of your markups
Right.
your
Yeah.
margins are small. Tell us how you go about becoming a success in this business.
You know, you try to keep as much products as you can and the community wants. I mean, if anybody wants something I don't have, I could usually have it the next 2 or 3 days or next delivery. And you cater to the community. You just try to have a lot of services and you just got to stay focused and work a lot of hours and be out there to talk to people and love it too. You know, we pretty much carry everything, plus a lot of specialty items. So we carry a lot of Italian specialty items, Mexican specialty items, and we're getting more into organics and things like that as well. Just whatever the community needs, we try to be there for them and get that product.
So you take requests from the community.
Oh, most definitely. Yes, ma'am.
What's life like in a town like Aguilar?
You know, it's a little bit more special, if you will, a little bit more slow-paced. Everybody knows everybody, and that's a good thing and bad thing. But they know all about your business, and you know all about theirs. But everybody takes care of each other, and it's more of a family-oriented town. Great place to. I raised 3 kids here, and I would never change that. It's just a wonderful place to raise a family, and we're actually a great town. We have 3 churches, grocery store, gas station, a couple little restaurants.
Did you
Yep.
always know growing up, I'm going to get into the grocery business?
You know, I don't know. I just loved it.
What
Yes,
was it about the grocery business that you have loved all this time?
You know, the people, number one, just love the people, love the business, love stocking shelves. You know, help my father cut meat, unloading trucks, waiting on customers. Yeah, just the love of retail, I guess.
This is really a service-oriented business.
Yes, sir.
You're providing a service to a community. Are you proud of what you've built?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I am.
Do you feel like you're making a difference in your community?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. A lot of people appreciate what we do here and support us.
You're,
we have a
you're
lot
kind of the
great customers.
lifeline, you know? I mean, if they didn't have this.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, we're a family gathering. I mean, you come in here and you see people talking and neighbors talking and, hey, I haven't seen you. And you know, it's a family gathering place as well.
What do you think your grandfather would think about what you're doing here?
Hoping he'd be proud. I always think about my grandparents and my father especially, and mom and dad looking down at us. And I think hopefully they're thinking you're doing a good job, son. Keep it up.
And Ringo's Grocery is definitely a place you will find exceptional customer service. Thanks for listening to this week's edition of On the Road with Kelly and Bob. Be sure and like us on Facebook and Instagram. Follow along on behind the scenes video on our YouTube page. New episodes drop every week. You can find them wherever you get your podcast, or the best thing to do, download that free Odyssey app. Listen anytime, anywhere.